Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mound. We are going to be playing through the final mission today, which is itself called the Mound. Before I start that though, because you don't get to bring the card along, you won't be able to select the saint once you accept the contract. I'm going to go ahead and accept that steady regeneration. So we pick up the contract here.
Samapon is one of them now, kill him. The only thing that matters is the goal.
So you aren't able to select saint once you go ahead and select the Mound as a contract. So always, if you want to bring something like that along, definitely recommend select it first before the contract gets accepted. Let's see. Just 2 arrows. There for anything else. Oh. Just in case Anapona decides to be a douchebag, I'm going to grab a couple of extra bandages so that I can stop bleeding. So I've done a video prior where I went in, I grabbed that first orb, and then I pretty much searched the entire map for the location of the other two, so that it would essentially ensure that Zamakona and none of the zombies were around to interfere. It made the map safe. It's just kind of like a tedious thing to deal with this, and I mean, you still have like the corporeal forms of that, the corporeal and the incorporeal form of the Aztec, or whoever that spirit person is that's causing all of this. And you also have a couple of those flying kazoos that they'll make you drop the orb, and I mean, if they hold you just long enough, it'll teleport to a random altar on the map. Usually, in my experience at least, it does not go back to the same one where you found it. You've got a brand new location to try and figure out. So, I mean, it sucks. This being the first orb, I always usually grab this one. But the thing is, this orb is pretty dang close to the monument. And so as soon as I pick that up, there's a good chance I might get teleported to like the back side of the map, and I'll just have to trek through all of that with the orb in hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a different orb. I'm going to go as far as I can, first of all, of course. If I find an orb there and get Cthulhu to spawn, I mean, the only place you can send me is closer. So I think that might be a viable way to go about, you know, getting that first orb and kind of getting a little help in bringing it to the temple. Because otherwise, you know, you drop that first orb, even if he teleports you back there and you see that the other orb is there, you got to run, drop the orb, run all the way back, pick up that orb, and then run it all the way back as well. So I'm just going to straight up, I'm going to run to that back temple region to see if there's an orb there. This guy is kind of annoying, so... And... he has a terrible turn radius, as does like the spider thing that lands on you and drops. So very good to take advantage of it if you find the scenario. I'm also going to check up here just because there isn't a lot going on right now. I think the biggest threat on this map is Zamakona. He is just a constant pain in the ass once he starts, you know, hunting you down, and killing him, you know, it gives you maybe 2-3 minutes at most. It's not a very big reprieve, given how large the map is, how, you know, limited your stamina is, and if you're not walking around with an orb, you've got zombies and like caves and tight corridors to deal with. So, let me see if I can find an orb here. If I can, that would be perfect. There should be a little nook here. The guy there doesn't have an orb. There shouldn't be any other altars there. Now I just gotta make my way to the top of the cave. So a good thing as well about checking the spot now, and look, there is an orb there, is that Zamacona, I don't think he spawns right away. Or if he does, he doesn't spawn near you right away. So you do have a minute or two to freely look around the map. But as you saw, I ignored the first orb. I came all the way to the back end of the map, see if I could find an orb here, and there is an orb here. So picking this up should spawn Cthulhu, and he should, you know, teleport me somewhere else. I imagine I'm not going to have to run all the way across the map to get this done, which is super awesome. Not super far, not super close. Not super close. I mean, he literally teleported me 5 feet away from where I was. That hurts. The way out of here. Avoiding the meatballs to ensure my run doesn't end up getting cut short. I'm gonna need to drop this ball for a minute because I don't like having it potentially drop once I'm on this bridge. No orb there. Just gonna drop straight down. We're gonna run up. I mean, at the end of the day, I still have the original location of the first orb, so if the map is too hostile, I can always run to that spot, pick up the orb, and then start my exploring for the final location that way. Map is pretty tame. So I keep tossing it just because I don't want to deal with a lot of the chip damage. That said, I did bring the Raphael Saint, so my health will slowly regenerate. If you can notice it, it is slowly but surely ticking its way back up. Drop a metal coin. It's not really relevant. Zamacona's down here, unfortunately. A run through here. Hopefully the enormous centipede doesn't spawn on that pillar and makes his way over. He is very annoying to deal with when he starts spinning that weird goo at you and slowing you down, especially when you're dealing with Zamacona, because that dude is quite fast and aggressive. And you don't want to have to deal with, you know, your speed getting totally tanked in the process, as well as your vision. We're going to come down here. We'd like to, at least I like to clear the temple relatively early. As soon as I make my way in with my first orb, I immediately go to the bottom, check all the spots down here, make sure that I'm not missing anything. And I gotta deal with this stupid little kazoo. So. Zombie thing over there, so we don't have to worry about going all the way down. Somehow the NPC is still alive through all of this. Imagine he would have gotten murdered by Zamacona or the tentacle monster up there relatively quickly. Just gotta check the spots down here. So there is a huge hole here, which you gotta be careful. I've fallen down this hole before. Nothing over there. Downstairs. Check that region. Okay, something's happening. It's that tree It's causing me to lose health. My sanity's like plummeted to the point where looking at something that drains it just starts sapping my health. So, not there. There is this little pathway here, but that's a dead end. There's nothing there at all. Got one last bit to explore, I believe. Here's Amakona upstairs, I think. No. So this doesn't actually spawn in altar spot, and that cuts off right there. So this is a dead end. There's no need to explore this part. Is the NPC here? I can lose aggro. That would be freaking amazing. Pretty sure that's not gonna happen though. I use it. This guy is really tanky. So, I mean, as you saw, I think I hit him with that axe 4 or 5 times. Also took some swings at him. The dude is insanely tanky, which is why originally I just thought to myself, screw it, I'll deal with the orb. I'll drop it every 10 seconds. That's fine. What the hell am I getting chased by? The tree image lags behind, so you don't always see where the zombie actually is. Yeah, I think it's easier to deal with juggling the ball around the map than it is to deal with Samakona and random zombies that just decide to sprint on you. This guy's being really freaking slow. I'm not trying to aggro him. Oh, son of a gun, I did anyways. So I don't think he follows you very far. So long as that zombie doesn't ruin my life, I should be good to get out of here. So we've cleared the furthest point from the map. We've cleared the temple. I know the temple is the closest point from the map. Definitely don't want to pick up an orb here and accidentally get sent, you know, to the opposite end of the map. I think the best bet is either finding it all the way on the opposite end and getting teleported from there, or finding it maybe up by the high tower region and, you know, you might get teleported further away, but I don't think anything would be worse than finding something like right here at the temple, picking it up as the first one, and then getting sent to the back end of the map. So, going to check the high tower region, which I believe probably have the orb. And that's the high tower region I'm talking about. There's like 3 or 4 spots up there. There's a bunch of spots throughout the entire map, but I find that it either spawns the back end in this high tower area or in the temple for the second and third orbs. There are several other spots where it can spawn, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a very high chance it's going to stick to those kind of known spots. Said, I mean, I'll definitely be thorough if I can. Or better said, if I can, I'll check everything on my way there just to be sure. There's a Kezu thing up there as well. To have to deal with that. The worst timing. And this thing is like right here. Great, this guy's also here. I don't have the means to disable him or to shine light on him to make him corporeal so I can actually hit him, so I'm just gonna run right through him. Some spots. Check out here. There. Going to go up all the way to the top tower. If it's not there, then we can go check the base and all that. But see, I mean, I don't know if there's like if there's a set spawn chance for these things, but I tend to find that there are specific spots where it just takes priority. And now that I've got this, Zamakona is just a dead puppet. Can't do anything. Zombies are also going to just collapse within a specific range. So, yeah. Definitely my go-to when I play this game. Right here. Drop that for a second just to make sure it goes back to its blue color. I don't like being on bridges with this thing on the verge of like killing me or dropping or whatever. Is insanely unfortunate. Never want that dude to spawn near you just because he might do the underground tentacle attack. He might try to headbutt you, and I've never been hit by him on this map, but I can only imagine it's a one-hit kill like it is everywhere else. Orb number 2. It's going to spawn. Around there. Orb. Corporeal dude is over here. One of the OB. It's down. Gonna run this right out. For the people that don't know the map very well, I highly recommend you legit just walk around with this orb. I mean, it serves as its own light source, and you can pretty much explore everywhere without having to deal with zombies or Zamakona spawning and trying to hunt you down. Once you get familiar with the map and comfortable, you know, it's relatively simple to just toss the orbs in, go out and look for the next hotspot where you're probably going to find it. Yeah. All 3 orbs. I wasn't really using them as a means to kind of keep the map docile, and even then I think the zombies aren't as aggressive as they are on the other maps where they kind of just come to you from halfway across sprinting, or they'll pile up in like packs of threes, stare at you for a second, and then they all just start launching tentacles and attacking.
Zamakona is alive. Like us, he is scarred. None of us can ever return to the lives we once lived. We have seen things that will plunge any man into madness and despair. Anyone who knows the truth of Kunyan will question whether there is a god or a devil, and think that perhaps this world was born from nothing but chaos. And yet, we do not despair. Zamakona is alive, and that light he carried within him, the light of reason, is not extinguished. For even the deepest places of the abyss have no power over it. Our days of obedience end here. We bow our head before no man. Neither the church, nor the crown, nor the captain shall rule us now. For in the days to come, we will take what we are owed, and we shall not fight for gold, but for liberty. As for Kunyan, it was by the deeds of the Kunyani woman that Zamakona was saved. Thus, we may say with confidence that even in the lost city of Tsath, there is still hope.
I don't know why Aragorn looks so evil in that. There's the final mission. 100 tokens, 4,000 XP. It's relatively easy and simple. I mean, it takes 20-ish minutes, give or take. I think it's probably the best way to farm up if you're not level 30, or if you just want extra gold so you can go out and find people using the finder cursed relic, which we found in one of the earlier videos. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Leave a comment and like. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And I will see you guys on the next one.